Hey there. Welcome to your daily dose of elephant wisdom. It is Thursday, February 17th, 2022. Today we're going to look at, basically we've had the big drop here, or not a huge drop, but obviously giving everything back from yesterday's gains, and then a little bit more here. I am on the 15-minute chart here. So we are really drilled down. So we're taking a look at what it's really doing here, moment by moment, as much as we can. In the past videos, you've seen our two golden lines here. These are our longer-term trend lines from about a year, 15 months ago or so. And we were really hoping it would hold both of these. Obviously, it did not. We were yesterday above our indicator. We were blued out. We were looking pretty good at that moment in time. And wow, yeah, you can just see how that's slamming down. Again, this is the 15-minute chart, so very reactionary, but that's sort of what we're looking at here. But we are seeing a little bit of support on our trend line, which is good to see. And again, lines are only as good as the action that occurs around them. So when you see it bouncing off of these lines, that's a good thing. We did spike back down. And one thing regarding just a quick chart reading lesson, when you see these big wicks, so you see the body here, you see it wick down and up, down and up, down and up. So those are generally possible turnaround signs. Those are kind of support indicators. And what that means is as soon as that price is getting down there, it's being bought up super, super quick. So it's hitting those. There's probably a lot of orders on the books right around this level of buying, because this would be a good buying opportunity, right? If you're looking for longer term, or if you think that, that the current situation's possibly a little exaggerated. The Dow earlier today was down over 500 points. Putin's moving more people back into the Ukraine. Who knows? I mean, it's all a bunch of, games at this point, it seems like. Not games as far as, the safety of people's lives, but it seems like the U.S. and Russia are kind of having a little pissing contest here. So, we will see what happens. But again, back to the wicks, when you see these big wicks being bought up and coming back up quickly, that's a good sign that it could be a potential bottom. By all means, not 100% anywhere close to, you shouldn't run out and sell your house at this moment in time, but those are good things. And vice versa, if they happen the other way, so let's say this is trying to go up and you see a big wick on top and down, big wick on top and then the body, big wick on top and then the body, that means there's a lot of selling pressure wherever that would be, and that would indicate a possible top level. But this is the opposite, right? This is the bottoms being wicked up. So that's something you kind of look at a chart to see how it's responding to certain price levels. And again, this is the 15-minute. Let's check out our 1 hour. And we see it pretty much, touching both sides of our indicators there. And let's go all the way out to the day, so we can take a little bigger picture. You can sort of see in the big picture what those lines look like. So we talked in yesterday's video about possible turning points, and what we're looking for here. Again, if you're a believer, these are great buying. This is where a lot of people are entering longs right now. So they're thinking that holds, even though this is a little concerning. As we saw in the 1 hour, 15-minute charts, it was kind of right in the middle of these two lines, right? So we definitely have some resistance and, of course, indicators on top. But the wicks are nice. It is holding this level for the moment. But, yeah, again, at this point in time, anything can happen. But I was talking earlier, and these, depends on your time frame. This is what it gets down to, sort of your goal setting as far as trading and, what Bitcoin means to you, kind of short term, long term. if you're long term and your philosophy is, no matter what I'm holding, I'm going to dollar cost average in. And I know in the next 3 to 5 years, it should be, multiple times bigger than this. If Bitcoin is, an asset that has staying power, which if we're here, we probably all believe it does. So, if that's your philosophy, then this is no problem. This is an opportunity. You're looking to buy on the red days. You're looking to sell on green days if you're trading. So red days like this are buying opportunities. That's not to say it can't cascade down again. If it does go down, we're probably looking at 38,000 before we catch a little support. We might have a chance to catch some around 40, but 38 would probably be my guess if we lose this support. So we will see. Total market cap. If we flip to that, everything will probably be looking fairly similar. We've shown this kind of wedge, even though we've bounced out of this wedge a little bit. Again, we're back on the daily. Here we are. So again, we're on the bottom of our ranges, bottom of our support. But again, those are opportunities, just like this was. And you can see when this happens, I haven't looked at this too closely in a while, but there's obviously a lot of support here. So I would almost do something like this. I would clone this above line. And then we're just going to drop it down to where we see. I'm a big fan of cloning lines because a lot of technical analysis is you are expecting price to behave in similar ways as it has in the past. So that means the trends are going to be similar, both up and down. So I've had some pretty good success cloning those trend lines, and they hold up surprisingly well. Sometimes it's kind of scary how well they hold up. So this would be an example of something I would do here. And again, you saw how much thought went into it, not a lot, but you see a cluster of support here. Something's holding it up that maybe you didn't catch the first time. So we're going to start with that. When I have time, I'll probably drill into that a little bit deeper. But again, we'll wrap it up here. Just wanted to take a look at the big picture. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this is sort of goal setting. What are your current goals? If you're looking down the road 1, 3, 5 years, this is a great time to buy. If you're looking to pay your rent in 2 weeks, this is not a good day. And well, we could get into that later, but you probably shouldn't be into too many trades at this juncture in the market anyway. But again, if you're super short term, this is not good. But any longer term, 1, 3, 5 years, these are opportunities. And again, with the wicks that we saw on the 15-minute, we'll check that out again just to see what's happening. And always adjusting. We can see how our indicators always adjust to the different charts. Again, we saw these big wicks being bought up. So we're seeing a decent amount of support here, as we would hope to. But we're right in the middle, so we can go either way at this point. But that's your wrap up for today. If anything happens big later, I will post something else. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter. Holy moly, that was a nice little move. I don't know if we all saw that at the same time. Big old green candle. That's the fun thing about the low time frames, is you see these massive candle fills that you don't see on the daily. So yeah, a little bit of infusion up over 42 right there. So let's see what happens here. But again, we're still below these lines, so we're very cautious at this point. Okay, that'll do it for today. And subscribe and share. We appreciate it. This is Mark signing off.